I chose Otad as my starter. Now rival fight time. Astonish. Yeah, I'm only using grass types. And Johto and Kanto. That's gonna be fun. Oh, this time I'm gonna do the red fight. Alright, caught Bellsprout as my second Pokemon. Then Elderly time. My Bellsprout wrapped his Bellsprout. Took a while. Then I throw out Lotad. Since Bellsprout Tower is considered a cave, Nature Power turns into Rock Slide, so I just Rock Slide the rest of his team. That was easy. Falter time. Nature Power turns to Tri-Attack. I one-shot the Pidgey. Then it's easy Gust. I use Tri-Attack on it. Another Gust, and I get a crit Tri-Attack, and I take out Falkner. Gave me the badge. Now I bet cut a Hoppip. Now let's fight the Rocket Executives. Hoppip easily took the Zubat out a few tackles after I finally learned it. Son of a bitch. Alright, then Coughing came out. I swapped over to Bellsprout and start wrapping it. Yeah, I have a plan to deal with poison types, but I just can't get the Pokemon yet. So a few more wraps, took it out. Next up is the rival fight, knowing I won't be able to take on Bugsy yet. So he was plays Spark. So I swapped over to what's it called? Lombre. I used Nature's Power Earthquake. Then it swapped over to Zubat after. Swapped over to Hoppip, it hit Confusion twice, and then Bite took it out. Alright, I swapped over to Paraparo, he's Astonished a few times, but the Confusion's really fucking me, so I went over to Suck. He hits the 3 Supersonics in a row. I miss a Stun Spore, then I hit the next Stun Spore. Then I wrap it, it bites me, and it goes down. Alright, 2 more Astonishes, and Paraparo takes it out. I hit with Smokescreen, Nature Power Earthquake, take out Cool Lava. I learned Water Sport, set a Growl, and last up is Ghastly, and one Astonish took it out. Alright, after grinding until 20, I decided to go on Bugsy. I Sleep Powder a Scyther, then I start tackling her. Notice it can't do any damage. I decided to switch to someone else. But after looking through, my best choice was Parapara. I tried to go for Nature Power, but a critical U-turn took me out and swapped over to Kakuna. I started wrapping Kakuna, but doing very little damage. So I decided to, after a bit, I decided to swap over to Hoppip to Crisscross, but one poison thing, instant poison. I start tackling it to do damage, but of course, it gets to red, and then it heals up. Do with that, and the poison damage, and in poison, Hoppip went down. Alright, Bellsprout. It was a long, very tedious fight, but I was able to get the Kakuna out. Look, that was probably the worst Kakuna I ever fought. Alright, then I just started using Quick Attack, use Stun Spore, it's paralyzed, then another Quick Attack takes me out. Alright, a little bit higher level, time for a rematch. Everyone's level 22. I Stun Spore Scyther with Weeping Bell, and I use Synthesis on my Crisscross to heal. Of course, Poison take Poison one shot. Fuck me, right? Alright, so then I start wrapping. And unlike the last fight, I'm at the end of this, Weeping Bell's still at good health because Wrap does a lot more damage, and his Poison Sting's not doing anything anymore now Weeping Bell's evolved. And 7 levels over it, but hey, look man, I'm only using grass types, give me a break. Alright, then I start tackling down, just to do damage with Hoppip, then I swap over to Lombre. I use Tri-Attack to one-shot a Metapod, and I swap back over to Weeping Bell, just to weaken it up for my Lombre. I use Bounce to do more damage. Yeah, Wrap does way more damage. Alright, I started wrapping her Scyther, doing some damage, and before I was about to take it out, it killed me. Then Tri-Attack, Scyther was defeated. Fuck, catch and execute, and able to return. Then after spending my life gambling, I was able to get enough coins to buy some things. Then I caught a Sunkern, named it Sprout. Now with Sunflora, I started growthing up, but this bitch encored me, so I continued growthing for a while. A lot of drain my health. And then he's encored again, so I got forced back into growth. Then after a few more hijinks, it momentoed itself after Metronome. Then Miltank came out and learned Leech Seed. That's important, by the way. So after my finally wore out, I started to go for a Leech Seed to Leech Seed the Miltank. Then I tried to go for Mega Drain, stopped me out. Except Execute. I put it to sleep, then I start Bullet Seeding. I put it to sleep twice because it was Slumberry. I start Bullet Seeding it, doing nothing. So here's the stall fight. Keep Bullet Seeding, she heals, Bullet Seed, she heals. I will go for Uproar to see how much damage it does. I can immobilize my love. Hypnosis again. Which... It's stally about that Kakuna fight, but unlike Bugsy, there's no type advantage. At the end of this long, strenuous fight, I was finally able to get the win, and beat Whitney and made her cry. God, this game is getting weird. Alright, rival fight Burn Tower. I use Hypnosis as it goes for Curse. Seeing what my best move was, I decided to switch over to Sunflora. Ghastlies are kind of my bane. Like the Ghastly line. After more debating, what should I do? I swapped over to Parapara, forgetting I tried the Ice Beam TM I got from gambling. Alright, after some confusion hijinks and all that bullshit, accuracy, Parapara eventually goes down. I set up a Water Spore, hoping so I can tank some more of his fire attacks, but in the end, I die. Next up is, I forgot Water Sport's kind of useless after you die, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so after some more stally bullshit, I was finally able to take out the lava, as it keeps smokescreen instead of embering my sunflower for some reason. Oh well. I throw Weeping Bell out, and I started to violent his gas to take it out, and then I just started violent his Magnemite as he confuses me. And, yeah. Speaking of stally fights, Morty's next. This took me a while to figure out how to do. But, there you go, he's dead. And I learned Leech Seed. Oh, I didn't learn that. Alright, so Morty time. I use Surf to take out his gas to get hit with Lick. I send out Skip Plume, he goes for Sucker Punch, I use Super Power, both missed, and he goes for Sucker Punch again, I use Super Power, and I Leech Seed. I swap over to Sunflower, start sending up Gross, because I want to try to take it out with one Mega Drain. As it wakes up, I try to go for Mega Drain, I almost kill it, I don't. Go for another one, but then the bastard gets a critical Shadow Ball. Send out Skip Plume, I accidentally go for a Headbutt, I use Sleep Powder on it, then I swap over to Parapara, start surfing it down, and killed it. I killed it in a few surfs after that. Next is Haunter, put me to sleep, hit me with Dream Eater, I woke up, used Surf, and I used Surf again to take it out. Last up is last Haunter, I don't know why he's had Mischievous, I forgot he's even in this game, a few surfs took it out. That was Morty. What a pain. Alright, time to fight the strange man you've seen. He fights like me, so you know, it's kind of ironic that I'm getting bogged down like this. But it happens. So I keep going for surfs and he's drowsy as he takes me out of confusion. I send out my eggs, try to put it to sleep, but he has insomnia, so I just start uproaring it as it confuses me. Go through this whole process for a while and I kill him. Next up is Haunter. I go for Sleep Powder, then I start just using, then I go for Leech Seed, and I start going bullshit to wear it down to use Mean Look. So yeah. Grass type Pokemon, they're not, I mean there are some good offensive ones, but for the most part, they are stalling Pokemon. It is what it is, right? I use Sleep Powder on the Electrode. Then, you know, same thing with the Electrode. I just Sleep Powder, at least see, then I just start headbutting it with my, Skip Plume. But after this battle, I've also jump up to level 27. Alright, Truck time. I try to put the primary to sleep, but I can't. This because the bitch was double team. I use Confusion. I confuse it, then I swapped over to get rid of that Leer. Then I went over to, what's it called? We've able to use Acid because Acid never misses. Pretty sure. Then I use Sleep Powder. Then I Leech Seed. Then he wakes up, Body Slams. I use Sleep Powder again to put it to sleep. And then I start Bullet Seeding, doing quite a bit of damage. You know, not the most damage, but you know, I'll take it. I know it's weak. Good old Poliwrath. I need to do a Poliwag challenge one day. Or use a Poliwrath with a Bar Only challenge, but that's a different time. Alright, next up is Jasmine. I Sleep Powder Magnemite. I switch over to Lucolo. I use Focus Punch. I taught Focus Punch from Chuck's TM. I one-shot it. Next I go to Skip Plume. I use Sleep Powder and miss, get Thunder Wave, Supersonic. I get through it, but I'm paralyzed. Paralyzed again. Stop like Confusion, but I miss. Paralyzed again. Thunderbolt and jump upstead. So I go to execute Sleep Powder hit. Then I use Focus Punch, wakes up, hits Supersonic, but I get through both Confusion and Paralyzed, kill it. Then, you know, one Surf. After I hit myself, it takes up Steelix. Rocket Executive Petrol. Confusion is Zubat, Confusion is Coughing, and then I did a few Confusions, killed his Eradicate. Like, little kill. He never uses this thing again. Alright, next up is Darion Double Battle. Confusion to Arbok. Then I go for Bullet Seed or Drowsy, because normally Lance kills the Arbok, but nope, he kills the Drowsy. So Bullet Seeds barely don't kill the Arbok. I use Confusion on the Grimer, one-shot it. Then Confusion on the Arbok, kill it. Murkrow, I use Sleep Powers, I get hit with the Wing Attack. So I go for Leech Seed as Lance, his Dragonite hits a Thunder. Fucking lucky, I never hit those. One Confusion on Gloom, Acid Spray took me out, whatever. Then I use Ice Beam with Power to kill it. Price time. I set up Sunny Day because Chlorophyll. So Mega Drain almost kills the Seal, another Mega Drain takes it up. Next up is his Dugong, I go for Petal Dance, one-shotting it. And then I hit Pillsong to Petal Dance, and the other one shot it, eats the berry, goes for Hail, uses Blizzard. So Floor is surprisingly tanky, kills it with another Petal Dance. My final team are Oddish and Namer Dog. Alright, Petrol time. Confusion just Coughing. Confusion just Coughings. They all went dead. I guess I forgot to add one, but it's whatever, same thing. Alright. So after that, I served his last things down. Next up's Rival Fight. Confusion. Took out his... I used Confusion as a hit, Critical Arrow Cutter. I swapped over to Power to finish him off with a Nice Beam. Next up is his Magnemite, and I swapped for whatever reason, even though Surf probably would have one-shot it, but that was just me being stupid. So I went for Headbutt, then I started going Mega Drain. Leech Seed was doing most of the damage. I'm lucky I got that off for being paralyzed, before I got paralyzed too much, for being paralyzed so much. Alright, next up is a Sneasel. I use Surf, bringing out 25. No, 2 Bane attacks on me, and 21 health. Next up is Squabble. Flame Wheel usually at 3 health, 1 Surf takes it out. Last up is his Haunter. I swapped over to Weeping Bell, or Suck, I should call her, and 2 Shadow Balls took me out, which I do damage on it. I swap to Dog. I use Magical Leaf. I hit myself in Confusion. Shadow Ball lower my special defense. Myself in Confusion. Shadow Ball lower special defense. And I hit myself in Confusion, and Shadow Ball killed me. God, that was a mouthful to say. Then Sprout came in and finished it off. Alright, Rotom, I think. I forgot his name. Slowpoke Whale Guy. Confusion is Golbat. Surprisingly, Weezing. I didn't know. I thought Weezing was faster. But to be fair, they're both slow mons. I surfed his Weezing. 2 surfs took him out. Alright, next up's Miss Grande. Confusion. Almost one-shotted her Arbok. 2 Confusions. Killed it. Next up was Murkrow. I use Ice Beam on her Murkrow and Valplin, killing them. After getting hit with Sleep Powder, I was asleep for like 3 or 4 turns, I believe. 4 turns of sleep, that's what it was. Then Ice Beam took it out. Alright, Proton. Surf. Surf, Surf. He has a weak team. He's showing off the fact that I have Houndoom and Houndour, 2 of the most favorite Pokemon, but you can't get him for a while. Oh well. Claire time. So, Roshan Bone between Dragon Rage and Sludge Bomb, my Victory Bell and her Gyarados. She wins because she healed out Gyarados, but I'm leaving her at 25% health. I debated switching out, but I was like, you know what? Victory Bell did her job. Next up was Dog. Magic Leaf took it out to get hit with the Dragon Rage. Alright, Dragon Arrow's up, Ice Beam, Thunder Waves on my Ludicolo. Another Ice Beam took it out. For one, I chose Ludicolo, by the way. I wanted to have no HM slaves, so yeah. He's the only one that aggressive to surf. But anyway. So I put her Kingdra to sleep, and I Leaf Seed it. I swap over to Dog. She uses Smoke Screen, but I have Magical Leaf, so it doesn't matter. Sleep Powder, put it back to sleep, then I start Magical Leaf and down. It eats Stitch Berry, Magical Leaf, leave it at Red Hill, Leaf Seed. I don't know why she didn't use her potion, because the Kingdra's down. Last up is her other Dragonair. I use Ice Beam, bring it down to Red Hill. She heals this one instead of her Kingdra. I don't know why she. Final Robo Fight time. Sneasel goes down in 2 Sludge Bombs. Next up is Kadabra. He outspeeds and one-shots Suck. Which sucks. We're in here for a long haul, folks. And I'm not talking about the Rattle Fight, I'm talking about the E4. And I swear to God, I've had to try to record this again. My voice is gonna give out. But whatever. So Golbat, I used Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, and start headbutting. If you haven't noticed yet, that's kind of my combo. Put it back to sleep, then I start headbutting it. But maybe we should do a jump bluff or hop if only run someday. That might be fun. Probably not. Alright, I don't have Ludicolo with me since I need Water Pulse, so Typhlosion, I use Leech Seed. I do those, strategy. And luckily, when it wakes up, it flinches from Headbutt. Haunter, like I said, I don't have Ludicolo, so I can't surf it. That's kind of my scapegoat. So I use Sleep Powder, then I Leech Seed, and then I start Mega Draining. Or Giga Drain, I meant, sorry. So yeah, after some Confusion Hijinks and all that bullshit, Crisscross, I put Sleep, and Crisscross eventually takes it out barely. But the Leech Seed is saving my ass multiple times in this playthrough, goddamn. Alright, Manaton, same bullshit. Yeah. If this is getting old, I'm sorry, but this is literally my only answer to things. Grass Fighting, I don't think that was a type combination yet. If it is, I know Breloom, but I don't have it. So I use Ice Beam to take out Wilzot since everyone's level 50, you know the deal with these Soul Silver challenges by now, if you watch them. Alright. Debating what I should go for. I drink Society Stay in. I hit level Kiss, Psychic. I wake up next turn, Surf. I hit level Kiss again, then it takes me out in 3 more Psychics. This is getting annoying. Alright. Leaf Blade, take out the Jinx. Then I use Leaf Storm to take out the Slowbro. Then last up is her own Executor. I swap with the Jump Bluff. I Sleep Powder it. Then I start headbutting it. So I can't Leech Seed it. I use a Reflect, put Sleep, wakes up after another turn, reflects, then it takes me out of Psychics. Then I try to use Sleep Powder, I miss, use Reflect, start cycling my Dog down. I use Sleep Powder and actually hit. I swap over to my Executor, and I start strengthening it down. Alright, Koga. Psychic is Ariados. Next up was his Venomoth. He uses Supersonic. I hit myself, he uses Toxic, I'm poisoned. Then I broke through both and I killed it with Psychic. Next up was Fortress. I used Sleep Powder, and I Leech Seed. Then me being a net dumbass, I went for Giga Drain off 4 times resistant Mon. I put it back to sleep as I woke up, and I swap over to Fortress to surf it. Surf plus Leech Seed took it out. Next up was Muck. I accidentally swapped to some Flora, so I Leech Seeded it, then I swapped out to return, but that got one shot. Alright, then I used Jump Bluff, put it to sleep. Then I started Headbutt stalling it. So yeah, you can call me just as stalling how much I'm stalling this bitch. After somehow he heals, that's what downs me. I put him back to sleep. I start headbutting him back down. And then at the very end, I almost got him at red health when he's at red health. One health, literally. Gunshot takes out my Jump Bluff. Send out Ludicolo, finished off with a Surf. Last up is this Crobat. Uses double team, one Ice Beam takes him out. Alright, next up is the easiest one, which is good because I need to break. I Psychic his Hitmontop. Then I survived the Blaziken, Psychic his Hitmonlee. And then this motherfucking Hitmonchan froze me with Ice Punch. I decided to let Executor go down. Jump Bluff's next. I miss Sleep Powder and I get Ice Punched. I almost kill Hitmonchan with a Leaf Storm. He heals. I use Leaf Blade. 2 Leaf Blades, take him out. Next up is Onyx. Leaf Blade one-shots him. Then Machamp, I get a critical Leaf Blade, killing it. Alright, Karen, manager joke, blah blah blah. So I use Sleep Powder, then I Leech Seed the Umbreon. You don't have to double team, I hit no Sleep Powder, which is great. Then I use Giga Drain. I just Giga Drain it down until it gets to red health. From Giga Drain, let's say she heals. I Giga Drain, I put it back to sleep, and I sort. But it switches to Valpim, so I switch out to Executor. It Stun Spores me. I use one Psychic, take it out. Next up is her Umbreon. She put up an Umbreon, so I release it, and then I re-Sleep Powder it after getting confused. Then I start Giga Drain again, and yeah, Giga Drain plus Leech Seed was too much for the poor Umbreon. I took it out. Next up's Murkrow. I sent out Ludicolo, took a Pluck, and Ice Beamed it. Next up is our Houndoom. Surf, as she goes for Nasty Plot. One shots, thankfully. Then last up's Gengar. I use Zen Headbutt. Then it hits with a Focus Blast, and it's all gone. Champion Lance time. Now this was the hard fight. This had to go perfect. I had to put Sleep, Leech Seed it. Here's how to stay asleep. Then I have to use Ice Beams and hope it doesn't kill Ludicolo in the process, which it won't, unless it Chris. It said. Then I had to switch to Sunflora, Sleep Powder. It's Survive Air. Then I had to go to Executor, one-shot it with Leaf Storm with the Miracle Seed. It does that, thankfully. Then go back to Jump Bluff, put Charizard to sleep, keep it be asleep, switch over to Ludicolo, Surf it. Then, you know. But since he, for some reason, went for Shadow Claw, I got free. I got lucky there. And Dragonite. I had to put him to sleep. So Bellossom died as Cannon Father. Go Jump Bluff, put Dragonite to sleep, swap over to Ludicolo, Ice Beam, hope the one-shot. I don't get it. He eats a berry, but then my berry puts on a range, so it kills him. Then swap back over the Jump Bluff, put that Dragonite to sleep, then Ice Beam hits. It wakes up, uses Dragon Rush, Ice Beam, one-shots it. One more time, Jump Bluff, Sleep Powder, then Ludicolo, Ice Beam. Goddamn best tag team duo you'll ever seen there. For fuck's sake, Lance is defeated. Finally. Alright, blue fight time. Sludge Bomb is Executor. Then, for his Arcanine, I will live to Flare Blitz with Parapara Surfed, killed it. Next up is Pidgeot. I send out Crisscross, Sleep Powder it, then I Leech Seed it. Then I start just stalling it with Headbutts. It eats its berry, just stall shit. Seen this before, rinse and repeat. We're always at the Ludicolo. I throw in Dog to eat an Air Slash. Surprised he actually ate it. I forgot how especially bulky Bellossom is. Alright, put it back to sleep. Put out Ludicolo, Ice Beam, there he lives, and Leech Seed kills it. Next up's Rhydon. I get Giga Drain to get all my health back. Then Machamp, I swap out to Executor, I take a Stone Edge, I use Psychic, almost killing it. And then, you know, Psychic back down as he heals, then Psychic back down as he heals again, and he's dead. Last up is Gyarados, Jump Bluff, I Sleep Powder, then I Leech Seed it. Then, like Lance's fight, I swap back out to Parapara, but now I have Giga Drain, so I start Giga Draining him for more Stally. Then he goes for Dragon Dance to the very end, then Leech Seed kills it. Then I grind all the level 85 to fight with Red. It took me about 2 days of grinding back on and off, whatever. So I put Sleep and I Surf its Pikachu down. Next up is Venusaur. I'll go back out Chicken Speeds. I go back out to Jump Bluff, put it to sleep. Then I go to Executor, use Psychic to one-shot his Venusaur, actually the hail damage. Alright, next up is Charizard. Back out to Bellossom. I put it to sleep. And then I throw back out Ludicolo. To use Surf as he wakes up, goes for Air Slash, I live. Surf kills him one shot. Alright, next up Snorlax. I send out Bellossom, put him to sleep. Leech Seed him. Then I swap over to, what's his name, Sprout. Then it wakes up with Blizzard. I use Sunny Day to get my speed up. Then I use Solar Beam. taking him out from here. Plus Leech Seed. No, at the Leech Seed after that. I Giga Drain to take him out after the Leech Seed. He Giga packs me. Fuck. Alright, next up is Lapras. I put it to sleep, and start Giga Drain it. Luckily, I want to keep it asleep because an Ice type move will one-shot Crisscross. So after stalling later, it eventually goes down. I swear, Crisscross is the MVP of this. He's so fast, puts everything to sleep. Jump Up's really good. It's pretty underrated in my opinion. That's for a different time. Alright, after more sleep hijinks. Seriously, it's like this whole thing was literally me stalling out his Lapras. Ironically, the one I have a type advantage for. And I don't know why my son's lasting this long. Was it this game where if he's weather effects last forever or some shit when he set it up? Whatever. I Leech Seed his last Pokemon Blastoise, and I start Giga Draining down. Then he died. That was red.